This install video is for the C5 Audi all-road models. Begin by lowering the exhaust to gain access to the driveshaft. Remove the heat shields beneath the driveshaft. Then make 2 cuts to the carrier frame, 1 on each side. Support the driveshaft. Unbolt the carrier from the body. Be sure to hang on to the OEM spacers. And cut the frame away from the bearing with a razor blade. Then cut the remaining center rubber rib all the way around until it's flush with the base layer of rubber. Leave the base layer of rubber intact. Your bearing should look like this when you're done. If your carrier came with stud adapters, you'll need to reuse the factory studs on your car. Reinstall them using the 2-nut method if they came out during disassembly. If your carrier came with shoulder bolts, you'll need to remove the studs from your car using the 2-nut method. This carrier can be installed in 2 orientations, depending on your transmission. If you have a manual transmission, make sure the side that says manual trans is facing the front of the vehicle. If you have an automatic transmission, make sure the side that says auto trans is facing the front of the vehicle. Now attach the new carrier to the bearing. Start with the top half with the bushing in it and slide it over top of the bearing with the correct text facing the front of the vehicle. Then bring the bottom half up to meet it and connect the 2 together using the provided Allen bolts. As you tighten the bolts, switch back and forth from left to right so the bolts don't bind in the holes. A small gap may form between the 2 bushings. This is normal. If you are using the factory studs and stud adapters, take one of the 2 provided, add a fender washer, an isolation damper facing up, go up into the carrier, bring another isolation damper down from the top, then take the OEM spacer and provided small washer and slide those onto the stud with the spacer on top. Loosely thread the stud adapter onto the stud. Repeat these steps on the other side. For the kits that come with bolts instead of stud adapters, the process is nearly identical. The only difference is that they screw into the body instead of onto the studs. Tighten both sides to the body of the car and your installation is complete.